Hey, I just wanted to make a quick video just to connect with all of you. For one, to say thanks to everybody who took the time to tune in on the live stream this morning. It was great to see so many people chatting back and forth. I was getting messages over Messenger. We were getting them through YouTube. We were getting them through various different means as well. And so it was great to see so many people there and so many people tuned in. And so thank you so much for that. As you noticed, portions of that service were pre-recorded this previous week. So the worship and all was live at the church, but the message was pre-recorded. And that's something I wanted just to talk to for a moment because it was recorded before we had any of the most recent announcements and things that came out last night. And so some of the things that I'd probably want to just encourage you and do whatever I could to just to build you up, but also to give you an idea of where things are going to be going. We're going to continue to provide content as much as we can. We're going to continue to provide the live streams as we can provide the live streams. We're going to continue to provide video content that we can, the devotionals during the week, the messages as well on Sunday, using the technology as we can to make sure that we're also doing so in a way that is in compliance with our provincial and our federal guidelines as far as how we can gather and whatnot. You would have noticed in the video today just the significant distance between all of the participants and the limited number of people that were there. And so we just wanted to make sure that I communicate that to you. And I also wanted to take the time just to really encourage you as well going forward. I chose to continue on with a message from the series that we were engaged in prior to my leaving to go to the States because I wanted there to be something of a normalcy. I didn't want everything we do as a church to continually revolve around the pandemic and the COVID stuff, but for us to say, hey, you know what, we need to continue to grow as believers. We're still the body. We're still growing and functioning in these things together. So I didn't want everything to be singularly focused with that, but also in the process of pre-recording and putting that out, I missed the opportunity, I think, just to encourage you, even in the midst of some more recent restrictions in the news that's coming out. And so I wanted to take an opportunity just to do that now, just to share some comfort and to fellowship together, even in this way, just shortly. And this isn't going to be a whole other message, but I did want to take some time to encourage you. And of course, if I want to do that, I want to encourage you from the Word as a friend, as a fellow member of Grace Church, as a fellow member of the body of Christ. I just wanted to put out these familiar words for us to dwell on and think on as well. And it's this, Psalm 23. What more iconic passage is there? So the Lord is my shepherd. The Lord is our shepherd. He is the shepherd of everyone who calls on his name. And because of that, I shall not want. My needs are going to be looked after. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads us beside quiet waters. He restores our soul. He guides us in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake, for his honor and his glory. Even though we as a church and the body, both at Grace Church in Newmarket, Ontario, and Canada, around the world, even though we as a body walk through the valley of the shadow of death, we will not fear evil, for God is with us. He is our rod and our staff, and they will comfort us. He prepares a table for us in the presence of our enemies, whatever calamity surrounds us. And he has anointed our head with oil. He's chosen us. Our cup, therefore, overflows. Surely goodness and loving kindness will follow us all the days of our lives, and we will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. As much as these promises were true as David reflected on them, they were true for him, they're true for us. We have the same God and Heavenly Father, the head of this body that is his church at Grace Church and globally for all who call on his name, the body we've already talked about this morning. I pray that you take great comfort for that yea, though we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, we have nothing to fear, for God is with us. I pray that you take great comfort in that this week. Thank you for this time, and thank you for joining us through these different mediums that we have. God bless. We'll be chatting with you this week.